Hello everyone, I'm Heather Dawson and welcome to California Life, where we bring you the best of California every week on our show. He's catching a lot of attention from female fans, but Roush Fenway driver Ryan Reed's story is making its mark on the NASCAR circuit. Let's find out why.
Ryan Reed. He's making his series debut, but he's also making a debut with Roush Fenway Racing.
Ryan Reed in the field driving for Roush Fenway, but one of the many things that make him unique is he's driving with type 1 diabetes, diagnosed 2 years ago. You were told you'd never race again, and here you are making your nationwide debut.
I grew up watching my dad race and naturally wanted to be like Dad. It quickly became more than just a hobby. It became something I want to do for the rest of my life. I've been really fortunate to have a lot of success in each of the divisions I've been in so far. There's been some pretty awesome technology that I've been able to be a part of, and probably one of my biggest tools is called a continuous glucose monitor, and Dexcom makes it, and it mounts on my dash right next to all my other gauges, water temperature, RPM. So it's kind of like watching my water temperature, only it's my blood sugar. Driving for Roush Fenway is a dream come true for me. I grew up watching them, and so it was just instant chemistry. It's incredible to work with such a veteran team that has so much experience and knowledge that can help me on and off the tracks. It's pretty awesome. NASCAR is a one-of-a-kind sport. The fan base is so loyal, and they're just an incredible group of people that come together. The opportunity that anybody has to have a media outlet there is huge. The loyalty is there. I saw a study recently that showed that 1 in 2 NASCAR fans are at risk or have diabetes. You know, when I saw that, I knew that I had a responsibility to spread some awareness inside the NASCAR community, you know, and use the platform to its fullest potential. But using it to its fullest potential isn't just inside the NASCAR community. 26 million Americans living with diabetes, 79 million people have pre-diabetes. It's just such an amazing platform that we can use to spread awareness and do a lot of good. Collaborating with the American Diabetes Association this year has been such an amazing experience. They've brought such a wealth of knowledge and passion to the program that it's been unbelievable. So if you wanted to get involved in the Drive to Stop Diabetes, probably the best thing to do, the first step to take would be go to drivetostopdiabetes.org, and there's so many different ways, and it explains it probably the best way it can right there on the website. There's merchandise you can buy, and that's a great start. You could have your name on the race car. You could be a part of the ad track activation. There's personal service stuff that we can do together. There's so many different ways to get involved in Drive to Stop Diabetes, and I think that's what makes it such a unique program, and I know I'm excited to be a part of it. You know, Ryan's mission, it wasn't even a foundation to begin with. It was just, hey, here's my story. I got diagnosed with diabetes, told me that I couldn't race anymore, and I'm out here trying to climb the NASCAR ladder. So follow along, and maybe you can find some inspiration. And that's how it started, and it's grown into what it has today, and I'm so proud of it. Yeah, I love to win races, and yeah, I love winning championships and all the success that comes with it. But the biggest success comes from, like I said, when someone walks up to me and says, you help make a difference. And that is as big of a win as any. That's as good of a feeling as going out there and winning a race or a championship.
Basically, his body doesn't produce insulin, was told he'd never race again. Here he is a couple of years later with his medical condition under control, doing what he needs to do to understand it, to manage it in competition, winning races.
It's that time of the year where a change in the weather may mean a change in our lifestyle, especially as it relates to being prepared for the fall and winter driving season. Here to give us more information on that is America's meteorologist, Jim Cantore. Jim, thank you for joining us.
Hey, JR, thanks for having me.
You know, Jim, we don't get too much wild weather here in California, but nonetheless, we need to be prepared for the fall and winter season just like anybody else around the country.
Yeah, I mean, it's the time of the year where storm systems can come and they don't just last for a half a day like a shower or a thunderstorm. They can go on for days and days. Temperatures at night get much, much cooler because obviously of the shorter day length, and just that time of the year, the air mass change that comes through. So make sure, just like your fire alarm, your car's ready too. People tend to take long trips. It's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, there's holidays. People like to travel with friends and family and go to places that potentially are a little farther drive. So remember these 3 B's, JR. Your brakes, your battery, and your blades. Those are absolutely huge. And of course, I want to start with the visibility, because if you can't see, it doesn't matter how good your car is operating. These Bosch Icon wiper blades with their rubber technology, they call it ClearMax 360, really allows the windshield wiper to do its job and clean the windshield regardless of whatever is coming down. So you start right there. The other thing too is if you got great brakes, it really doesn't matter if you don't have great tread. So you can do this little thing called the penny test. Take a penny, turn it upside down, and if you put it in the tread in different locations and you can see all of Lincoln, we got a problem. Okay, because that means you don't have enough tread. If half of his head is covered up, well, that means that you have some pretty decent tread. And when you brake, and those properly working brakes are going to be able to do their job, because it all starts with the tire. How is that tire going to grip the road? If you don't have tread, it's not going to grip it. So make sure the car is properly ready to go. You can go to any auto service center, go in there and say, hey, can you check these things for me, the 3 Bs? Let me know what I need to update or get upgrades on, and they'll be happy to tell you, believe me. But the brakes, the battery, and the wiper blades.
You know, it's interesting to note that nearly 25% of all traffic accidents are weather related, so this information is vital to our own personal safety.
Think about how many times we've been out on the road, right? And you just see accidents as soon as the rain starts. And that's the other thing too. If it hasn't rained in a long time, and I know certainly in California you are used to long periods without rain, once we do get that little bit of rain, all those oils on the roads are kind of picked up and then either sprayed on you, and they also create very slick conditions to be driving on. So you want to make sure that you've got a wiper blade that can clear off that oil and spray and that water so that you can get maximum visibility. That is absolutely huge when you are driving. You can't see, you can't react.
You know, Jim, we can get lulled to sleep here in California thinking we don't have too much wild weather or rain, but nonetheless, this is very crucial for us to know. How can we find out more information?
Go to BoschAutoparts.com. That's the place to go. Get some winter driving tips. It'll tell you about the technology that goes into that wiper blade as well, and just get you ready for that long trip as we get into the holiday season.
Jim, thank you for joining us. For California Live, this is J.R. Ibarra.
Let's face it, everyone wants to look and feel their best, and now losing weight can be easy as 1, 2, 3. More on that when we continue with California Life. Welcome back to California Life. Well, losing weight and keeping it off is a struggle for many of us, but as Gabrielle Daddario explains, shedding the pounds can be easy as 1, 2, 3.
If losing weight were as easy as hypnotism, would you give it a try? Self-help guru Paul McKenna recently authored the book Hypnotic Gastric Band, and this just might be the book for you if failing diets have left you feeling frustrated. Paul explains what a gastric band is.
A gastric band is a band that's fitted to control the amount of food that can go into your stomach. It's a medical procedure. It's very expensive and it has all kinds of dangers.
A hypnotic gastric band steers clear of surgeries, recovery, and any danger because, as Paul explains, this is simply hypnosis, which tricks your body into believing it's been fitted with a gastric band.
What I did was I wrote a book that's very easy to read. You can read it in about an hour and a half, something like that. And then I put a DVD and a CD in there that self-hypnosis. And so you relax, and just like in any operation, you don't know what's going on, you're unconscious. And when you wake up, you feel differently about food. Now, some people listen to it once and bam, that's it. They never eat as much again, they leave food on their plate and they don't feel like they're missing out. And then other people need to reinforce it.
You might be wondering how successful hypnosis could be. As Paul explains, with this shocking statistic, it's more successful than regular dieting.
When I looked at the diet business, these diet clubs and diet books, they have a success rate of less than 10%. And 70% of people who go to a diet come off more overweight than before they went on, because decades of dieting has made this country obese. My success rate is 70%. So it doesn't work for everyone, but it works for most people most of the time. And I'm very passionate about this.
Paul explains how he felt when trying to overindulge after testing the hypnosis on himself.
There is no magic pill, but this is the closest thing I've seen to real magic. Because when I tried it myself, I would go out and try and eat some of my favorite food, and then halfway through, suddenly, bam, this signal would come in, and I just couldn't eat another thing. And if I did, it felt uncomfortable. And people say they find it a bit strange, but it works.
With no side effects, no binding conditions, and a higher than average approval rating, this book will help you maintain your daily routine while losing weight. And as Paul explains, this book is the simplest approach to shedding a few pounds or even triple digits.
There is no willpower required. There is no belief necessary. In fact, prove me wrong. If you follow all the instructions in this book, and there are, only a few because it takes you an hour to read, and then you listen to the CD regularly, it is very difficult not to lose weight, and I mean massive amounts of weight. We've had people losing as much as 100 pounds.
The book is on shelves now and can be found at local bookstores, Barnes & Noble, and Amazon.com. Bringing you the best of California. For California Life, I'm Gabrielle D'Addario.
Everywhere you look, there are signs that fall has arrived. The leaves are changing color, the days are getting shorter, and pumpkin spice lattes are in high demand.
We're all enjoying our favorite seasonal coffees right now.
Fortunately, lifestyle expert Justine Santinello says you can now enjoy those fall flavors at home with the Keurig K55 brewer.
It's a must-have for the home that makes entertaining easy and allows your guests to have their favorite beverages, like Green Mountain Coffee Pumpkin Spice Coffee that combines cinnamon and nutmeg for that warm taste of autumn. Now, the brewer is available in rhubarb and black on Keurig.com.
Scented candles are another great way to embrace that fall feeling.
Nothing says fall more to me than cozying up at home with a seasonal scented candle. Yankee Candle is the world's largest manufacturer of premium scented candles, and they've just launched 5 new fragrances that feature a new look, including a removable label that lets you see more of the candle's fall colors. The new scents combine the brisk outdoors with the cozy indoors to create scents like candied pecans and caramel apple cake. You can find your favorite fragrance at yankeecandle.com.
Once you've got your coffee and candle, you might be ready to curl up with a good book. But cool fall days are also the perfect time to clean out your closets.
Almost half of Americans view the fall months as the best time to get organized and declutter. Many of us have extra stuff that we need occasionally, but not all the time. Sparefoot.com can help you find the best deal on a self-storage unit or connect you with a full-service storage provider that will pick up your extra stuff, store it for you, and return it when you need it.
If your hair is also in need of a little help this fall, Santinello has just the thing to get it back in shape.
Mark Anthony's Nourishing Argan Oil of Morocco collection includes a shampoo, conditioner, and a dry styling oil that are infused with keratin and 100% pure argan oil to correct damage, split ends, dullness, and frizz. The collection also protects and hydrates your hair to give you that revitalized look that's full of shine.
To keep you feeling revitalized throughout the fall season,
it's important to find tools to get us back into our routine. The Philips Hue White Ambiance is a connected lighting system you can use with your smartphone. It delivers every shade of white light and comes with 4 preset light recipes that can help wake you up gently and get you ready to enjoy a peaceful sleep. You can adjust the recipe to concentrate, read, relax, or even entertain with a cozy tone. Check out meethue.com for more information.
And to learn more about all of these products, visit inthenews.tv. Bringing you the best for fall, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life. I'm here in Toronto, home to the Disney Cruise Line rehearsal facility, where right now something very cool is in the works. Coming up, I'll take you inside the rehearsals for Frozen, a musical spectacular.
Deciding on a holiday destination can depend on cost or distance, but no matter where you're going to travel, expert Courtney Scott says it's best to book early.
For Thanksgiving, the window that we're seeing the highest amount of savings on flights is about 21 to 30 days out.
If you want to go somewhere different this year and save money, Disneyland is a great option for the family.
There's the Christmas Fantasy Parade. It's a small world holiday. The Jingle Cruise, one of my classic favorites as a kid, gets a new holiday spin. And, 20% off Disneyland hotels during specific weeks throughout the holidays at expedia.com/Disney.
And the savings don't stop there.
Cancun, the entire Riviera Maya, Isla Mujeres. Also great vacation package savings, about 25% savings there. And Los Cabos, Mexico, another favorite, 30% off vacation packages.
So the best way to save on travel is to bundle.
Similar to the way that we do that with cable, internet, and phone, you can bundle your flight, your hotel, and your car rental into a vacation package and save up to $600 by simply doing that.
To lock in the best deals for your next vacation, go to Expedia.com.
I'm Audra Stafford here in Toronto, home to the Disney Cruise Line rehearsal facility, where right now they're working on a cool new musical. 'Cause for the first Nearly 3 years after its release, Disney's Oscar-winning animated hit Frozen is cooler than ever. And now, for the first time in forever, the beloved story is getting ready to set sail aboard the Disney Wonder.
This building is where all of the performers come to rehearse before hitting the high seas. You can see they've got photos up on the wall from some of their past performances to help kind of get them in the spirit. These railings give it a definite cruise ship feel, and each rehearsal space, like this one, Hercules, is named after a popular Disney character.
Inside, the talented cast is working to bring all of your favorite scenes from the film to life, like Fixer Upper.
So he's a bit of a fixer-upper. He's got a couple of bucks.
And
Just trying to combine my actor instincts with the puppet, I was like, how am I going to pull this off?
It just makes sense.
Michael Mendez plays everyone's favorite snowman, Olaf.
I will do a scene in front of a mirror and go, okay, this is what I want it to do. And then I will go in the mirror with him and be like, how do I get him to smile, and how do I get the eyebrows if I want him to do something funny? And it's such a combination of bringing my actor skills and then having people help me with puppet work. It's a great challenge.
The challenge has also been great for the creative team in developing the show's lighting, sets, and state-of-the-art video technology.
In the Walt Disney Theater on board the ship, there are multiple shows being performed, so we call that in rep. So the show has to be designed to fit into a certain space and to be changed over from night to night.
That includes all of Tony Award winner Paloma Young's costumes, like the sunflower ensembles for In Summer.
These are totally unique to our adaptation of Frozen. We wanted to capture the charm of 1920s, 30s stage work,
while still honoring Frozen's traditional Norwegian design elements.
Anna's bodice that we see in her coronation dress is reflected in our female dancers. The necks on the men are very Norwegian inspired, so even though it looks like straight up American musical theater, there are these elements that are unique to Frozen.
This version of Frozen is unique to the Disney Wonder. It's one of several new features being added to the ship.
So we're really excited to get on board because it's going to be refreshed and renewed in a lot of the spaces, and we'll be ready to go.
From Toronto, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
That's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, go to our website, californialifehd.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. And check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest, where we bring you the best of California.